Okay, so here we go. I'm going to try to draw Stimpy. As you can see over here, I have my reference pick, and here's my blank screen. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go up here to layer. We're going to create a new layer because we want, and I'm going to call this sketch for now. Because what we want is as you can see over here on the right, we want a blank layer so that when I'm all done drawing on the sketch layer, I remove the bottom and it becomes a transparent background. So, that being said, let's get over here to my marker or my pen. And I think that might be, we're going to reset our values here to black and white. I think this might be a little too thick, actually, and we want this to be a solid line. There we go. Now, I think 7, I have this dial on my tablet here that allows me to control the brush. Let's see what 7 gives me. Okay, that's a good, and the harder I press on it, the better it is. So we can just, oh, no. That is supposed to be delete, but I formatted my computer, so I don't have all my shortcuts. There we go. So, let's draw Stimpy. And I can see that my camera is a little bit off, so we're going to go here to my cam, and we're just going to hand that over. There we go. So now you can actually see me when I'm talking. Sorry about that. And I wonder if I can tilt that down a bit. There. Because I lean this way. Is that good? Yeah, that's good. And hopefully the glare off my bald head doesn't affect you at all. So Stimpy is, let's do a rough outline here. And again, this is just rough. And I can be honest here, I've never watched I've never watched Ren and Stimpy. And then we'll do this, because this comes up right around here, I think. And then we have a foot. And this one's going to be a little bit smaller. Actually, it's about the same size, but that's okay. I can change this all later. So we have here, and then up here is going to be the nose, right? And again, I am going to adjust this. This is just for sizing. Just want to make sure I get it right. And there we go. I do have an eraser here, so I can erase this. Switch back to pen. And at the top of there, so we want something like this. And that should come up right around here. I'm going to do another layer over this. Again, this is just for a little bit of a reference. This should be more oval. Actually, we'll get rid of that. I'll draw the more oval one after. And then you have this. And this. And then we have the tongue coming out here. Yeah. And that's the arm there, going around the back. And this is a rough sketch. So now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do another layer on top of this. So we'll go up here to layer, and we're going to do a new layer, and we're going to call this Stimpy drawing. So now I'm going to be working on this layer, and this sketch that you see here is underneath it. So I use it kind of to trace, sort of, but to give me an idea of where I'm going to put things. So right off the bat, we want, this needs to be a little more rounded like that, right? And then this is going to be I'll go down here and we'll switch to my eraser for a sec. I think I'll make my eraser a little bit bigger. And we'll go back up to the Stimpy drawing and we'll switch back to my pen. And actually we'll do a little bit of an eraser in here too. So that's going to end right about there, but then we have here, which is fine, and then this is going to be, we're going to erase this. Oh, no, we're going to switch this, and then this is more rounded out, so we'll go back down here and erase what was there, and go back up here. And we want to just and a lot of back and forth because I want to make sure I get it right. And this is more up. So we'll get rid of this. Let's just do this again. This is more up, but it's not that big. And then it's straight down. Or not, I shouldn't say straight. It's got a little bit of a curve, but it's not. There we go. And this should be a little more up, like that. Once you get that in, and then we draw, this goes in down there like that, and that is way better. Now the nose, so we're going to go down here, we're going to erase this nose, because this nose should be way bigger. And as you can tell, I'm only erasing the spots that I'm working on, instead of like erasing the mouth and everything, because I'm going to start lining it up as I draw. So we'll go back up here to the drawing, and then this nose should be more oval. And we'll give this line here a little erase. And then we have right here, and then right over here is the other nostril. Perfecto. So slowly but surely you can see this is coming along. Now I'm going to do the eyes. So this eye here is more close to that. So we're going to do a little bit of an oval. I'm going to go down here and I'm going to erase this. And then we're going to go back up to this one, switch this over. We'll do this. And then we have this up here. And this down here for that eye. Now, this eye is a little bit bigger. I'm going to go down here and I'm going to erase all this. Let's erase that too. There we go. And we'll go back up here to the drawing. And no, this needs to be just a little more. No, still not quite right, eh? We'll get there. Should be closer. And just a tad bit smaller. It's always a work in progress, right? Erase that. I think I had the size right there. It's just... There we go. May have to zoom in on that a little later and try to make sure that it's... And then under, which means now... Oh, because there's a whole... This... Which I did not get. Ah, there we go. Now, this is making way more sense now. Here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go now. That's right. I sing. I suck, but I do it. And then this is going to be more. And then this, let's erase this bottom one here. Just so I have a better idea. Now, so it's going to go there. Oh, wait, no, we want to do this all up in here. And then this is going to go up to here. And there should be a line from here to here. And then this is going to go like this. Now we'll go down here and we will switch to the eraser. And we'll erase all this stuff so that I don't lose track of what's where. And of course, you gotta go back up here because this does not go there. That goes there. And the pen's there. And then this is going to go up to here. And there. And then there's this little line right there. And we'll go back down here and we'll just erase the rest of this. May as well erase the whole mouth and tongue because that's next on the list. And then I'll do the body. Is that a little big? That's a little big, isn't it? We don't need it that big. We need it a little bit smaller. So I'm going to come down about there and there. The tongue's going to come out there anyway, so I don't have to worry too much about that. And this needs to be just a little bit better of a slope. Now the tongue. The tongue comes out from here. Oh, that's a little too far. And it should be more like that, right? Oh, wait. So hard to get back on the line, right? There we go. And then it's going to be yeah, that works. And then we need this little line right here. And we'll just do that a little bit better. Slowly but surely. This is going to be a quick one, I think. And this is not that much of a curve to it. This just comes this way. I'll just put that in there. There we go. Now that we got that, we will do this part here. So what part of in here? Okay. Let's go back up to here. So now we need this to go there. So let's go down here. Let's make our eraser a little bit bigger just to make it easier for erasing. And we'll go back up here and we'll go back to our drawing. Make our eraser a little bit smaller. Just want to get rid of that little bit right there. Now, oh, and maybe this. There we go. Alright, so now we'll go back to our drawing, and now this actually should be a little more this way and then this way. There we go. And then that goes up to there, and we're just going to give this a little erase in there. Okay, now here's the a rough part here. Okay, let's Control Z that. Let's put that back. So now, actually no, let's erase this. And we want this to be from about here and down to about here. And then this is where his arm is. So the arm is going to be here and here. Arm is going to it's a little more thin than that. It's about getting that right angle, right? There we go. And let's go down here and erase all of this so we know where we stand. And go back up here. And just, okay, again, let's make this a little smaller so I can just go in here. And down in here. Perfect. There we go. Now, there's that, and then there's this little right there as well. Now, up here, so this we need to be like this. And that's going to come down here. And now we're going to erase the feet. So let's get the big eraser out here. Down in here. Oh. Because we need to make the feet. And I'll do this 1 foot at a time. And we'll go back up here to the main drawing. And, oh. And this is going to come right like this and into there. Actually, a little more rounded on the bottom, right? So it's going to come down. That's about right. And then I'll be putting the leg in. So then after we do the leg, which would be here. And we're going to fix this a little bit. This needs to be a little bit longer. And this needs to be a little bit narrower down here. So we're just going to make... Whoa, that was an odd shaped foot. And this is a little odd down here too. So we're going to do just a little bit here. And I just want this to be... Let's make this brush a little smaller. We're going to thin this line out just a little. And we'll go back to the brush and we'll just... And then we'll just thin this out. And then we'll just touch this up just a bit. And we'll erase this. And then we have to erase this line in here so that the leg looks attached. And we'll just make this come up just a bit from here and up. And there we go. Then it's got to do the other foot. And then we can get to the coloring and all that fun stuff. And actually, I just noticed this is a little bit out of place. So we'll go back up in here. And then this should be more like this. Now, let's go back down to this layer. And erase this foot. And put in a new foot. I started doing this second, like first rough sketch layer, and then doing the actual drawing over it, just so that I can have a better understanding of proportions to the canvas size, so that I can stay within my canvas and I don't get like I did the Pink Panther one back, I think it was December, and as I was doing it, I was working everything, and I got down to the bottom and I realized I wouldn't be able to do the feet. I was missing about this much leg, so it was after that I decided, you know what, let's do a bottom layer where I can rough sketch everything to make it fit, and then do a proper drawing over it. Just basically proportions and everything. So this goes there. Actually, this should be... We're going to make this down there, and then this there. There we go. Now... So this one should be right about here. And that comes this way and then this way. And this is going to come down. Now does that look... That looks roughly right. This foot is annoying me though. Because this is down way further than that. So this, let's do this. And then too big there. And this should only come to about there. So let's erase that and we'll do... And we'll just put a little bit more of a slope on that. I mean, I know it's not going to be perfect, but I'm trying to perfect my skills. So although it's not perfect, and this should come out. I want it to be as close as possible, basically. There, I think that's going to be as close as possible. Now comes the fun part. Now we get to color it all in. Now this is the cool part, because I'm just going to get that off in there. So right off the bat, we're going to start with some flood fills. And I'm going to do the eyes. So we'll do white. Okay, we're going to have to take that layer down. There we go. And we'll flip this around. We'll do black. There we go. And then these have to be black. Now, so now what I do is I pull up my color profile here. And we want to use the eyedropper. So right off the bat, we're going to go over here and select this. I have a feeling this is going to be a little too red. Oh, maybe not. And then we'll pull this up again, and we're going to do the blue. Oh, this is going to be done in no time, because actually I'm going to put some shading in and stuff anyways. We'll bring this blue back up, and we're going to do this color. And here. Okay, yeah, this actually, you know what? I am kind of happy with this. And one last time, and we want the tongue because it's a little lighter color. And, wow. But I want to do some shading. So now for shading, what I do is I'm going to create another, actually we'll take the sketch layer, and I'll move it above. And the first thing I'm going to do with the sketch layer is we're going to get the eraser, and I'm going to make it massive. And I want to just make sure I get all those bottom lines out. And let's bring this back down to like a normal. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to, actually, no, you know what? We're going to do it this way. I'm going to do this, but I'm going to lock the transparency. And for the red, we'll flip this, do the red. I'm going to do a little bit darker. And we're just going to make the opacity just a little bit lighter. And I've locked the transparency, so you'll see here when I go to actually use the brush. No, okay, so it's a little too light. So the opacity should be, opacity is 100. 100. Why are you? Here we go. Okay, so let's get that down. And we'll make the brush just a little bit bigger here. And it should stay. Oh shit. Nope. I want to. Do I want to duplicate? There's a way to do this. Hold on. I should be able to duplicate the layer. Now it's still going to be, no. Okay, so we'll just get rid of that. Yeah, I'll just have to zoom in. So we'll do Control plus, and we'll slide this over and up. Because what I want to do, and we're going to make this just a little bit smaller, because I'm going to do and we do want the opacity to be down a little bit. And what I should have did, I should have did a oh, and let's very quickly switch this up to this black. Make the brush a little bit smaller, and we're just going to go Control Z, and what is that opacity set at? 68. So I'm going to put full capacity just while I do this. Why? Oh. There we go. Now, let's go back up to here. Opacity back to 68, close enough. And let's make the brush a little bit bigger. And put our color back here. And we're just going to do a little shadowing up in here. And then scroll it over. Oh, and I see another problem, but this is not too bad. We can just pull up the eraser. So I've got the eraser. Why are you? Oh, because I've locked the transparency. Let's unlock the transparency. There we go. And then we'll lock this transparency again. Locking the transparency means when I'm doing the shades, the shadow here, I don't accidentally go I don't accidentally draw outside my drawing. And we'll go down here, and we want to do the same thing over here. So I want to make sure that my recording gets all this too. And I'm just going to why are you black? You should not be black. And then here, and just some shading. Make it stand out, right? And what I'm going to do is swap this up. And we're going to do because this needs to be just a little bit thinner here. Even though I am going to go over this with the shades. Now, let's put this back, and same thing over here. And over here, oh, itchy nose, there we go. And here, just a bit right there. Now, we'll do the same, and we're going to do the same over here. I'm going to move that over there just for now. And just so those of you watching the recording, you can see, and on Instagram or TikTok, that's my reference. Now, and we want here, but we're going to make this just a bit darker. I think that's good. And same sort of thing, we're going to go. And we just want some subtle shades. We're just trying to give it a little bit of depth. I'll make this just a little bit bigger. And we'll scroll this down. And then we'll just go and we'll just taper this shadow off right down in here. There we go. And we'll scroll it over, and we're going to scroll this over here. And we're going to do the same on here. And in here just a bit. And we'll do the nose. So we want to nose, but we're going to make that a little bit darker too. Do that right around there. And then the nose should be let's make this a little bit bigger, and I can do it just probably in one full swoop, right? And of course the eyes don't need anything, and there we go. So now let's zoom this out, or zoom back out. And there we have Lures of Mine. Ta-da! I think that turned out pretty close. I mean, you can tell what it is, right? Or who it is. So that be it. Now, I'm going to put my pen away. So now we just need to do some saving, so I don't need to keep this. We can close this guy. I can get rid of that. I will leave that in there. So now we're going to do File, Save As, and we need to go to my D drive down here and Digital Collage, and the PSD files in here. Yeah. So right off the bat, we're going to just this is going to be Stimpy. So we got Stimpy, PSD. Yeah. And then we're going to save as again. And actually, you don't need to be here for this. I can do all this after. So anyways, yeah, you saw I saved this as a PSD file. I bring this up in every art stream. Always save your work as a PSD with all your layers intact. That way, if you have to go in and fix anything, you can go in and just adjust one layer, and you don't have to like redo the whole thing from scratch. Because I'm going to save this as a PNG file when I'm all said and done. And if I realize there was a mistake, you can't just, you could go in and correct a PSD file or a PNG file. But when you do that, what ends up happening is you end up, because you have to, your entire image. Whereas PSD file, you can just pull up one layer, adjust that without ruining any other layer. So always save as your program's native file format. So for Photoshop, it's PSD. For Krita, it's KRA, I believe. Anyways, and so on and so forth. So that's it for today's drawing. I give you Stimpy. Hope you enjoyed this. I will have, by the time you watch this video, or if you're watching this video, you'll know that the high-speed rendering is up on my shorts, my YouTube shorts, and I also have the high-speed rendering on my TikTok as well. So just if you're not following there, just look for the Drake CA on both TikTok and YouTube. So thanks again for watching. Have a great day, guys, and we'll catch you next time. And I just stop.